Good evening. Do you know what? I was going to do my makeup on the balcony again and I just thought it is too hot. I'm doing it in here, in the aircon. So I thought I'd come and chat to you while I got ready. So I titled this, why I'm so glad I said yes to network marketing, and you know why that I feel like that was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Now, when I first got introduced to network marketing, I'd just gone through a divorce. I was working full time, 2 kids, and you know, like, I don't know if you've ever gone through anything, I'm sure you have been through something like that, and it just knocks your identity completely out, and you're just like, I don't know who I am, I don't know what I like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, I don't know what I'm doing. And that is where I was, and I went through this like really mad like dip in mental health and all this stuff, and I did a lot of work on myself. Like, I went and got my mindset better, I did all the things like counselling, like all the holistic stuff like healing and whatever. By the way, I'm just going to stick a bit of primer on while we're chatting. And I did all this stuff and I got my mindset into a really good place, and I was like, I am bossing it. Do you know, like, from an energy point of view, I felt like so good. And the one thing that used to just drag me back into a bit of a funk was money. And it was every month when I didn't get the maintenance come through, it used to like make me angry, and I was like, anger is such a negative emotion to feel, and it doesn't hurt the other person, they don't care. And I was like, I need to figure out a way to stop this coming up every month, and the only way I'm going to do that is if I just figure out a way to earn more money myself, so that I really don't care whether it comes or it goes. And obviously working full time, I didn't really want to be out the house even more, because my mum was doing all of my childcare, like dropping my kids off to school. She was picking them up, doing all the clubs. She was literally my lifesaver. She was bringing my kids up while I was working. Do you know what I mean? It's not a good feeling. And to then have to think, can I ask her for some more while I go and do a second job? I just couldn't. So then I like came across network marketing by chance, and I'm like, I don't even know what it is. I've never sold anything. I don't know. I wouldn't have a clue where to start. Like, not a makeup artist. How would I do it? Like, would I be any good? Would people think I'm a knob? Like, you know, like all of these things went through my head. Like, would I be any, like, I thought, like, would I be any good? What would people think? And funnily enough, I just thought, you know what? I've worked in corporate all my life as a manager. And like, when I first started doing that, I didn't know what I was doing. I worked my way up from the bottom. And I thought, you know what? I can learn it. I can learn it. And if people think I'm a knob, they can just do one, because they're not paying my bills, and they're probably not my friends either if they're not going to support me to try and better my life, you know, like. And I think that realisation that if someone's not actually supporting me trying to do something that could change my life, they're probably not my real friends anyway, so what does it matter what they think? So I just basically thought, right, if I can earn an extra £200 a month, I'll be buzzing, because I won't be asked if that maintenance comes or it doesn't, and I can just be like, pay it, don't pay it. And you know, the day I got to say that, listen, I sent a message saying, are you paying? And I got back, we need a chat about my finances. And I was like, nope, no we don't. If you don't want to pay it, don't pay it. It's good. And the response was, are you sure that's what you want to say? And I was like, abso-freaking-lutely it is. And you know what? It's the most freeing thing I've ever done, because I'm not annoyed anymore. I'm looking after my kids, and I'm not annoyed every month when I don't get any help. And that's the thing. It's not about whether they're helping or doing what they should. It's about you protecting your energy. And this, for me, that's what it gave me. I set that goal of £200. Can't even tell you, when I first started, and I was only sharing mascara when I first started, literally that's all I was sharing. And I'm going to get this all off my hands now. Hang on, I need a towel. Just mascara. And I remember being stood in my kitchen. Kids were running feral because they were only little then. I mean, they're still feral now, but they were running feral. And my phone pinged, and it was like, someone's just bought a mascara, you've earned £4.35. And I was like, what? And then it pinged again, and it was like, you've sold a mascara, £4.35. And I was like, what the hell? Now, that company really helped me to like learn the ropes. And I moved over to pharmacy last year purely because the products are more affordable, so people are not like worried about trying something new. Like if I said to you, I don't know, do you fancy trying my CC cream? Like, this is only 13 quid. So you're not going to really, it's not like I'm saying it's 50 quid. It's 13 quid. Would you give mine a go instead of buying yours from Boots? You know, like it just made sense. And the doctors, the products are all made by a doctor, which means they're all like really top grade. And that's why I moved. And also the fact that this company pays up to 55%. Like when you first get started, you start off on 30, but you can quite quickly sort of move up to 55, which makes the commission really good and the product's really affordable. So when you're sharing them with people, you don't feel like it's hard to sell. Do you know what I mean? You're not, I mean, a CC cream for like 13 quid, what on earth? I used to pay, and this is no word of a lie, I used to pay £41 for a CC cream. And now I'm paying 13 and the quality is absolutely phenomenal. So for me, it was a no-brainer. Quality products, affordable prices, and then really good commission. So anybody who comes and does this with me, just know you're going to get rewarded really, really well. Now, people often ask me like, how much can you earn? How much can you earn? And the thing with that is, I can tell you what I earn, not a problem. But it all depends on if you've got to work out how much time you can put in. Like I do still work full time, so I'm not somebody who's working it full time, but you do have to work out what you can do and what you're willing to do. You know, like even though I work full time in my day job, I know I can give this business at least an hour a day, you know, like split up into little bits. I can definitely give it an hour a day. And if you've never done it before, what you've got to remember is it's like anything. Like if you've never ever done it before, you're not going to come in and earn what I earn immediately because I've been doing it 10 years. You know, like when I first started, I think it took me a good few months to get to that £200 goal that I had. But then once I'd done it, I was like, right, I feel like, hey, Kerry, I feel like I know what I'm doing now. And as you build on them skills, it's like anything. If you wanted to learn how to even work in a bar, you'd have to go in for a few shifts and get shown what to do. And it's like that with this. You're not going to know what you're doing. But all the stuff that we've got in my team, like I've made sure you get step-by-step training. You can have coaching calls with me every week if you want them, because I can help you with all tips and advice. And we've got calls that we do every single day, which means like you can jump on. I've got like just under 200 ladies on my team. And we do calls like 3 times a day. Now, that's not to say you've got to jump on 3 calls a day, but it means there's a call there, 6 o'clock in the morning, 11, and 7:30 at night, and you can jump on a call and it'll help you to learn the skills and learn what you're doing quicker because you'll be able to chat to other people who are doing their half-an-hour work. So for me, that's like invaluable because you've never done it before. Now, I feel like network marketing is one of them things where it's not hard. You've just got to learn the right things to do and then do them every single day, no matter what. You know, like it doesn't need to take up hours and hours of your day. You just need to be doing the right things and you just need to commit to it for like a period of time. You can't start something, put a few posts, and I do see this quite a lot. Like start your business, post a couple of times, no one comments, and then you're like, it doesn't work. Do you know, like, and the thing is, there is more behind the scenes. Like, you've got to learn, like, how to post. If you post a picture out of a catalogue, nobody's going to pay any attention to it. If you post a picture of your face, even if you've done it wrong, that'll get more attention. But I'll teach you all that. Like, the training goes through it all step by step. And the other thing is, you can't be scared to message people. Because that is a big part of it. Conversations, having real conversations, helping women find the right products. There's absolutely no point me selling a full coverage foundation to someone in the 50s who's got really dry skin and one of the biggest concerns with the face is like fine lines and wrinkles. Because if I sell her a full coverage foundation, it's going to sit in her fine lines and wrinkles. 2 hours later, she's going to hate it and she's never going to buy again. You know, like you've got to just invest a little bit of time in learning about the products, learning your business and investing in them conversations instead of thinking, I just need to sell something. Like I would sell a lady in her 50s with fine lines and wrinkles and dry skin. I would sell her a really nourishing skincare moisturiser first. Then I would sell her a really hydrating primer. And then I would say go with a CC cream because this is super hydrating, light like your own skin. It's like, it feels like your own skin but nicer, and it doesn't sit in your fine lines and wrinkles. Like, I'm 46. Look at that. Look like I'm showing off now, but look at the glow. And it is just sometimes getting the right products for the right skin. So it's just about, like, if you start your business and you're looking at other people that are really successful that you look up to, use them as inspiration, but don't be like, oh, it's not happened in 2 days. I've been doing this for 10 years. And my average earnings used to be like £300-400 a month. I was buzzing with that because that tops up my wages. It meant I could say yes to the kids more. It was giving me everything I needed. When in the last 2 years, I've scaled it up more, that's coming from a place of, I've done the time, I've got the skills, and I've now made a conscious decision that I want to help and train other people. And in doing that, my pay has grown because I'm helping lots more people. So yeah, you kind of got to work out how much money you want to make from it and how much time you can give it. And then once you've got started, and it's only £10 to join this month, if you tell me what you're trying to earn, I can teach you the steps to get to it, and I can tell you like what you need to be doing with your sales, how many people you need to be helping a month to get you to that quicker. By the way, this palette is only 20 quid. 20 flipping quid for that. Like, I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, 14, 21, 28 colours in there for 20 quid. What the hell? I feel like that should be a bit illegal. I'm just using this like shimmery champagne gold in the corner. And as you can see, I'm not a makeup artist because I'm whacking it on with my finger. But still looks pretty, still looks nice. We don't need to be all the perfect things to do this business. You can still put your makeup on with your fingers if you want. And all I'm going to do is just team it with a little bit of Full Blast. So yeah, if you ever thought about doing something like this and what's been putting you off is skills and experience, like, you don't need it. Like, I didn't know what I was doing when I got started. I only had about 80 friends on Facebook. But I just took the time to think, right, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to learn it, and I'm going to commit to it every day. Like, even if you said to me, Lisa, I've got 45 minutes a day, can you help me? 100%. If you say to me, I don't have a clue, but I'm really excited, you're exactly where I want to speak to, because honestly, your energy will help you succeed in a business far more than what you know, if that makes sense. You can sit and read, you can sit and learn the ingredients, you can do all of them things, but energy and excitement will do far more. So if you're, if you're in a point in your life like I was, where your wages are just not quite cutting the mustard. Oh, I don't know where that came from. Cutting the mustard, I've not heard that for ages. That just came out of my mouth, didn't it? As if it was like a normal thing to say. If it's not cutting it and you're exactly where I used to be, I can help you. Like, in the last 2 years, and I'm not saying this to brag at all whatsoever, because I never thought I would be even saying this, but in the last 2 years, I've made 60 grand from pharmacy. So that has made a huge difference to my full-time wage in an office. And it's just showed me that there is a bigger and better life beyond the 9 to 5, and you don't need to quit your 9 to 5. Your 9 to 5 is your bread and butter. Your 9 to 5 is what's probably paying your bills, like it is for me, but pharmacy can give you all of the nice things that sit around the outside of it. All of the extras and all of the luxuries that you've always told yourself you can't afford. Oh, and P.S. if you do decide to start doing this with me, all of your own products, and they're already affordable anyway. I mean, where else can you get a 28 colour palette for 20 quid? We get 30% off. So you get 30% off all your own stuff, and you get paid 30% commission as well. So yeah, if it was me and I was starting all over again, I would be snatching the hand off that £9.99 starter kit and then buying myself a few more products from the nutrition line, the makeup line, with 30% off, just so that I could get launched. Right, bit of peptide lip balm. Right, and we are good to go. I'm in blue today. So yeah, drop the word money and I'll message you later when I've been for some food and mocktails. Have an amazing evening. See you later.